All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's Friday on Dudes Who Bet Daily. We've got three with us again. These two here with me are chomping at the bit today. They are so ready to go. They're back talking me. They're mouthing each other. It's been an eventful morning. Magic, you scratched yesterday your horse. Hopefully your team doesn't scratch tonight.
Well, especially because I'm playing the over. Like, it's going to be really hard to get the over. Well, actually, it might not be hard at all. If there's only one team, there's no defense, right? So, let's get a scratch in tonight. Let's do it. Let's go 2 for 2.
I don't know if the Alouettes could score 49 even if there was a scratch. So we'll see if they're out there with a ghost group out there. Magic's got a good story on them. We'll talk about that in a second. Papa Dude, I'll kick it to you. College football kicked off last night. If you watch the Dudes Who Bet Sports show, we did pretty well for opening night, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Almost nailed that Purdue game. Remember, I texted you there, and I think the start of the fourth quarter, and I said, Penn State's going to win this. It's because they're Penn State. And
yeah,
you see that a lot in college football. Purdue is trying to get to Penn State's status a little bit, and the tradition comes through a lot of times. And that's what happened. But we had two classic games, I thought. The West Virginia-Pittsburgh game was fantastic. Tough loss for the Mountaineers. That was tough. I think they're going to be pretty good. I'm already scared to go into Morgantown and have to play them, OU.
Mm-hmm.
They look good to me, and I think they're going to get better. And I was impressed with Pittsburgh. They're better than I think they're going to be, or I thought they were going to be. We'll see. And then the Purdue game was really, really good. Those were two good games. I'm sitting there, I'm watching this. You texted me. You had 50 things going on. I did too. I haven't had this in so long. I mean, I've been sitting here watching reruns of The Office for 50 times, and because the shit that's on TV is horrible. Last night, I was in heaven. It was great.
It was definitely back in a big way. We had Oklahoma State, Central Michigan, and I had to keep an eye on that one because I had a Central Michigan minus the 21.5, and they covered. They scored 44 points. Yeah. Unfortunately for Central Michigan, Oklahoma State got 58, so they won the game pretty easily. But Central Michigan covered, so that was good as well. I was very happy about that. Like I said, the Pittsburgh-West Virginia game, that was a classic. What a way to open off the college football season. Hopefully those two teams don't play ever. Hopefully they play every year, I should say. Yeah. They don't take an 11-year break because they hated each other, and you could tell. And then, like I said, Penn State, we call that in racing, they outclassed Purdue. That's all that really was. Mm-hmm. I don't think the talent – was too much of a gap and may, in fact, favored Purdue, but I think Penn State won because of that uniform. Yeah. So you see that a lot in college football. Keep that in mind as we go through the season. All right. Nobody has a best bet for Saratoga today, so we are going to talk about Saratoga because we have to have some Saratoga on the show. We're going to talk about the prior arrest today. I think this is a fantastic race. I think it's completely a wide open affair. Very competitive field here. We do have a couple of scratches, but that's all right. The 5 and the 9 are out. We still have a field of 8, 6 furlongs, $250,000 purse, 3-year-old fillies. Magic. Who do you like in the prior arrest today?
Damn, smash ticket scratched. I was excited to finally see her get a New York Stakes. This is the second time she's had to scratch it from a New York Stakes race this year. Damn, they moved her to actress, so this wouldn't have to happen.
I know.
She wasn't my pick. I just was really excited to see her. We were all big fans of her when she was with Todd Fincher. Listen, there's a lot of speed in here, but I like the 2 hot peppers. She's cutting back a little bit from the grade 1 test, 7 furlongs. She's got a better draw than she had that day. She ran very well. Just remember, Chi-Town Lady came out of nowhere. I don't think any of us had her picked to win that race. Came out of nowhere and just freaked. And is headed to the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint next. So that's how good that horse is. Like I said, there's a lot of speed, but she is inside. Cutting back, it's not a grade 1, it's a grade 2. It's slightly easier company, even though the horse to her inside I know you like. So, yeah, I'm going to ride with hot peppers here.
All right, Papa Dude, what do you think about this one? It's a pretty competitive race. We got one of our boys, Steve Asmussen, in there. Are you going to go to the rail or are you looking elsewhere?
There's 3 of them I really like. Okay, that is one of them, obviously. And first of all, they're Truth, thank you very much for that compliment. If I remind you of your dad, then your dad was a hell of a guy. I'll tell you for sure. But anyway,
Well, your dad must be humble too, is what we're finding out.
Anyway, I'm like Magic. I like Hot Peppers a lot simply because I love the name. That's cool. That is a cool name. Hot Peppers, man. You don't forget that. I think Asmussen's got a shot. I've heard you guys talking about it a lot, though. I don't think this horse has ran over the track, right? And he's coming from it's a she coming from
Churchill.
Correct?
Yep.
Track's was weird there this summer. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, you are paying attention.
Yeah, I've heard all of this. So that worries me a little bit about Wicked Halo in this. But he's been training up there, or she has, for a while. Wicked Halo, that doesn't sound like a female, to me much. So that's why I say he. I kind of like Lady Scarlet a little bit as a long shot in this one. For some reason, they took the horse off the dirt after it had been running really well and moved it to turf, and it finished 6th, and now they're back. I think this one at 12-1 is bettable to put in exotics for sure. So those are the ones I like. I like Wicked Halo. I like Hot Peppers on top with Wicked Halo and Lady Scarlet.
I think Lady Scarlet is an interesting one. Like you said, won the Miss Preakness Stakes, beat a decent field that day. Not just overly fantastic, but it was a decent field. And then, we decided to just put her in the turf against a really good horse, and Empress Tigress. And there was a few others in there that were pretty good as well. I think moving back to the dirt, it can only mean good things for Lady Scarlet. So I don't think that's a bad pick whatsoever. I'll quickly just go through mine. I picked Wicked Halo on top for Steve Asmussen, and I called him Somich. Papa Dude pointed it out. The Churchill Downs thing is an issue for me without any doubt. The one thing that I do like, a lot of works over the Saratoga course and over the training track as well, the Oklahoma. So I think Asmussen's kind of pointed for this race all along, kind of getting this horse used to the surface. Hopefully that helps. So I'm going to put Wicked Halo on top. I think she's going to get the setup today. A lot of speed in there. I think she's going to come running late. But, Hot Peppers, I don't think that's a bad pick either. I think she's got a nice shot as well. So it's going to be a good one from Saratoga. There's no doubt about it. Going to be a really good race today, really good feature, and a good 10-race card overall. All right, let's go on and let's stick with horse racing for just a second, and then we'll get to you guys and myself. Somich calls in with the best bet today. He's going Del Mar race 2. He's going to go with the 8 horse, 9-5 on the morning line. Let me find his comments here. He says, facing much easier today, should make the lead and then gallop away. So Somich is really liking this 2 horse. This 8 horse in the second race at Del Mar today. So that is the one for Somich. Boy, he got knifed at the wire yesterday at Kentucky Downs, and that horse was 9-5. And we had a good positive day, made $115 yesterday, but that would have put us over the top. So unfortunately, just missed that one, but it was still a pretty good pick. He's going race 2, number 8 at Del Mar. All right, Magic, we're going to go to you. You're going back to the CFL. Tell us your bet today.
All right. So I wanted to pick the Montreal Alouettes because they, if you remember a few weeks ago, if you've been following, on August 11th, they're the team that upset. They went into Winnipeg, who was undefeated, trying to go 10-0, and they upset Winnipeg straight up in overtime. Huge win. They improved to 3-6. And then the week after that, they have another last-second win. They beat the Hamilton Tiger Cats. I think that got that game wrong as well. That might have been the one time I played the Tiger Cats. They beat them then, but again, last-second victory. They look great. All right, now they go into a bye week. They've got momentum. And you would think a bye week would be relaxing. Let me tell you what happened to this team during their bye week. August 28th, they get that nice win. August 30th, their fullback gets arrested by the police for alleged child luring. In the CFL, they don't get paid enough to just be athletes. They have to have part-time jobs. He was a teacher at his local high school. He got arrested for child luring for under 18, possibly under 16-year-olds. So that happens to them.
That's not
a day later, the minority owner announces that he's stepping down from day-to-day operations, resigns from the CFL Board of Governors role immediately. He's got some shit going on in his life that's probably going to come out soon. Then, a couple days later, they've had a quarterback controversy because the guy that started the season as the starter had an elbow injury, misses 6 games. Since then, the backup took the job and they've been doing well. The locker room split, a little bit AEW style. They finally traded him, so he's gone. So maybe the team's going to be better. Maybe they're like, well, the alleged child lurer, I guess, is gone. The poisonous backup quarterback, he's gone. Are things going to be good or not? I have no idea. What I do know, Montreal and Ottawa, both terrible defenses, both good offenses. They're going to score a lot of points, going with the over 49.
You said before we got on the air, you had a story about the Alouettes. You did not disappoint. That's a pretty wild story, Magic. I'm not going to lie. I think it's safe to go with the over. It's like, hey, they may score some points. Who knows if they're going to win this game or not?
Yeah, that's good.
That's pretty wild. All right, so Montreal, Ottawa, over the 49 tonight.
And the Alouettes are for sale now? Are you kidding me? Sylvain with the, by the way, Sylvain, that is clutch coming in right there.
That's right.
That is what we needed from our Canadian reporter, Sylvain. He comes in right at the right second for that. So listen, we didn't know years ago that we would become the official hub for all things CFL, but that is what we've become. And I don't know if I'm happy or sad about that, but that is what we are. All right, let's move on. We got to get out of this. All right, we're going to go now to Papa Dude's best bet. He's got to go back to the diamond. Listen, he had a tough beat on Wednesday. Easy as pie yesterday. Underdog wins it 5-0. That's just what this guy does. He's back on another underdog. Almost. Well, I mean, they are underdogs, but very slight. Today with the Phillies. Go ahead, Papa Dude.
All right. First of all, Magic is great on these CFL games. I tell you, now, since he has informed us of the Alouette situation, us three and everybody from the United States that's listening to this are now the only ones in this country that know that story. You do realize that. I've not read that on any ESPN coverage. Have you?
No.
No. So
no.
That's really good. I like that a lot. All right. I settled on 3 games today, and I ended up with the Phillies. I think there's a couple of them. There's one very, very interesting game that if you got some extra coins, throw it on this one. I almost did this one. The Marlins are in Atlanta tonight. Okay. Now, the Marlins are heavy underdogs because they're the Marlins, but Sandy Alcantara is pitching for the Marlins. He's a Cy Young candidate. If he pitched for anybody else, he would be the Cy Young winner, probably. 12-6, 2.13 ERA. Great pitcher. And I always pick on old Charlie Morton for the Braves. And he's not a bad pitcher, but the poor guy draws the other team's best pitcher every time he pitches. And now he's going up against this guy tonight. The Braves are not playing great. They're okay, but they're kind of struggling a little bit. And Morton is 6-5, 4.10. If Alcantara is on, take Miami plus 144. And I think you cash tonight. I really do. I almost went with that. I didn't because the Braves are a pretty good team, and it's hard to pick. They're at home. If it was in Miami, I would have went with Miami for sure. But the Braves are hard to pick against. The other one you might look at is the Yankees and Tampa. Do you know Tampa's only 6 games behind the Yankees? They've closed to within 6. Yep. They're playing really well. The Yankees are not favored tonight. I kind of like the Yankees when they're not favored. They're usually favored. The pitching matchup's about even. The Yankees are tough on Tampa Bay. That's a little sketchy. Too much for me to go with. Now, remember old Somich. He always talks about how something is wrong in Vegas sometimes.
Yes.
Something that's wrong. That's the way I feel about the Phillies and the Giants tonight. The Phillies are underdog against the Giants. The Giants are playing worse than anybody in baseball. What does Vegas know that we don't know? Pitching matchup, maybe you could go there and argue a little bit. The Giants might have a little bit better pitching matchup, but not really. The Phillies are jockeying for playoff position. They need this game badly. They're playing well. Their pitcher, Kyle Gibson, is okay. 9-5, 4.08, a little bit of a high RA, coming off a shutout over that tremendous Pittsburgh Pirates team. By the way, if they're a worse organization in baseball than the Pittsburgh Pirates, what's it been, 25 years since they had a winning season? How would you like to be a Pittsburgh Pirates fan? They used to be good.
Yep.
100 years ago. Wouldn't that be awful? How do you drum up any interest in that? But anyway, I digress. I think this game is an easy one. That means I'm going to lose it, but I think it's an easy one. I'm going Phillies all the way. This one jumped off the charts. My man, Mason, said, bet it now. This was last night at 10 o'clock when he should have been in bed getting ready for school. He is betting baseball at 10 o'clock last night. You got to love it.
Well, we've learned a lot on this show. Magic, go ahead.
I have so many questions about the last thing he just said, but I'm going to breeze past that. I got them at plus 105 just now. So, yeah, that's even better.
You bet.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it was minus 105 this morning.
Yeah.
So hey, plus 105, even better. Yeah, we learned a lot. We learned Pittsburgh Pirates aren't very good. We learned that there's some underage baseball betting going on as well. And like I said, Magic told us a lot about Montreal. So, hey, there's a lot going on. Listen, I can't.
So good.
How can I really follow what has transpired here the last two bets? So I'll keep this one short and sweet. I'm going to college football. I had a great night last night. Obviously, Purdue kind of let us down, but overall, it was a really good night. I'm going to go to one I like tonight. Illinois goes to Indiana. Listen, Illinois got a game under their belts last week. It was against the Wyoming team that's very inexperienced, but it was still a 38-6 win. They looked pretty good. They go to Indiana tonight, and it's basically a pick'em game. I think Indiana's a 1-point favorite right now. I just feel like with the experience for the first game, Illinois was a little bit better team last year than Indiana. You look at Indiana, the big thing for them was the quarterback last year. He got hurt. Now he's transferred. Got the kid from Missouri in, Bolzak or Bolzalik or whatever the hell his name is. Not a big fan of him. I think Illinois goes to Bloomington tonight and wins this game outright. So I'm going to take the Illini to go to 2-0. Not a big Indiana fan. I kind of still think they're riding that COVID year when they were kind of the darlings, and I think they've kind of been overbet ever since. I think the Illini get it done. So 7 o'clock tonight on Central, I should say, 7 o'clock Central, Fox Sports 1. Check that one out. Illinois, Indiana. I am going with the Fighting Illini. All right, let's go through the bets one more time, and we'll get you out of here and get you on your way to playing everything that's going on today. So much going on. Love this time of year. All right, I am going, like I said, with Illinois, minus 105. Papa Dude's going to go with the Phillies, minus 105. Magic says they could be had right now at plus 105, so even better if you can do that. Somich is going to Del Mar, race number 2. He likes the 8, 9-5 on the morning line here. We'll see if the 8 can get the job done. And then Magic, north of the border, he's going up to the CFL, Ottawa, Montreal, over 49 points. All right, guys, thank you, as always, everybody, for joining us. We will be back tomorrow. I believe Papa Dude and I will be here if the internet works in the car, because we will be driving to Oklahoma to the football game tomorrow afternoon, I should say. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Good luck to everybody today.